Hey, tourpreneurs, it's Mitch Bach, and just a quick note before we begin today's episode. Tourpreneur is currently sponsored by Google. We're thankful for their support of our community, and we are offering with them a completely free course helping you unlock the power and potential of Google's Things to Do program, which is specifically helping tour operators add their tours to Google in new ways that gives you new exposure and more direct bookings. To learn more, go to tourpreneur.com/Google. And as always, show notes, more resources, links to our newsletter, our business coaching community, and so much more are available on tourpreneur.com. Now to the episode.
Today's episode of the Tourpreneur podcast is kindly sponsored by Checkfront, the booking platform trusted by over 5,000 tour and activity operators around the world. This month, Checkfront is offering an exclusive 90-day free trial for tourpreneurs. Find out more at checkfront.com/tourpreneur.
Welcome to the Tourpreneur podcast. Travel industry veteran Shane Whaley will take you on a journey with fellow tourpreneurs, sharing their tips, ideas, insights, and success stories to inspire you to make your tour business the best it can be. And now, here is your host, Shane Whaley.
And welcome to Tourpreneur, Things to Do 30-Day Challenge. We are finally at day 30, and joining us is Kyla Steves of Checkfront. How are you, Kyla?
I'm doing great.
We've made it.
You made it. 30 days of things to do, and you made it to the last day. Big congrats to you. So you deserve a much needed break. So today is all about resting and reflecting on everything you've accomplished, not just in the last 30 days, but since you started your tour operator business. And you can do this in whichever way you like. Go for a hike, go paddleboarding, sit by the ocean, write in a journal, have a bubble bath. Just think of it as a mindful treat yourself day.
That's really good advice, because I think that's something that we rarely do. We rarely ask ourselves, our achievements, how far we've come. For instance, one of the tips in your PDF is, where was I 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And that's just so important.
Yeah, I really like this challenge because, like you said, it's something we all need to do more of. And yes, self-care is so important to prevent burnout and recharge. Like, you see so many self-care tips on Instagram, but the key for today is the mindful part. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm really hard on myself, and I tend to get down quite easily if I don't reach my goals, or by every birthday, if I'm not where I want to be in life. I'm usually very sad on my birthday.
Really? Okay, everybody, we have to call Kyla. Kyla, when is your birthday?
It's February 9th.
February 9th. I thought you were going to say February 30th or something then.
Yeah, I mean, by my 30th birthday, I was like in tears because I was like, I didn't do everything I wanted to do in my 20s. But besides that, I think social media just makes this so much worse for us because we're constantly playing the game of comparison. I mean, I imagine listeners are feeling the same, especially with all the pivots that have been happening this year.
Yes.
Virtual tours, self-guided tours, bespoke tours. It's probably so easy to think that you're falling behind, but you need to remind yourself how far you've already come. Don't rob yourself of that joy and pride. I would be willing to bet that you've made huge progress in the last year, but are too focused on what remains to be done to see it. So I invite you to start giving yourself more credit for all of your hard work and achievement, even when it doesn't feel like you've done enough. You may not have everything figured out in your business, but I can guarantee you've come a long way from where you were a year ago. So that's like my little motivation speech for today.
Yeah, but it's so important, particularly for our listeners who may well be hibernating right now and close the doors on the business because either of local regulations or just for people not traveling. Is I know when you see other parts of the country where someone's done really well because they are a, kayak tour or whatever else, it's hard not to beat yourself up. But what I keep saying to people is, none of this is our fault. It's not like we've gone out and spent a huge loan on frivolous things for our business. We're all in the same boat. And it's nobody's fault. And you're quite right. Arrival in the State of Industry survey announced that so many tour operators had been working on digital marketing and improving websites. And, we may not see the benefits of that for 6 to 12 months. But that work we're putting in now, and especially everybody who's completed every day of this challenge, if you've completed every single day on this 30-day challenge, then first of all, you are awesome for doing so. But I'm absolutely confident this is going to help your business in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Learning is also growth. So if learning was your year this year, that is progress too. So be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, and you say here, read old journals or booking reports. And journaling is something that I need to get better at. I have to be honest. I keep reading how good it is for us, but maybe that's my 31-day challenge. I'll add one on, right? And I'll say, right, I need to start keeping a journal. I have like my to-do lists and all of that, but I don't have a journal.
Yeah, I shamefully don't have a journal either. And I'm a writer, so it would be very beneficial for me. But it's just like that extra thing to do at the end of the day. So
yes,
yeah, well, sometimes it's something you can just put off.
Maybe the good thing about this 30-day challenge is giving me a lot of ideas about future episodes for the show. That's not necessarily always about what booking engine you should use or SEO strategies. A lot of the self-care, how we look after ourselves and how we get the right mindset. For me, mindset is absolutely crucial right now. So I want to thank you for giving me some inspiration for future episodes of the show.
No problem. I'm looking forward to those episodes.
Excellent. And thank you and everybody at Checkfront for putting this together. I know that it's a beautiful looking PDF. These things are not created free of charge. You've put a lot of love into this and a lot of work into the Tour Operator Challenge. So thank you very much. And
thanks for hosting these Tourpreneur podcast episodes. And everyone, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of the year.
Yes, I'm going to share a little secret with you. I was really nervous about launching these daily because I thought, maybe the listeners it'll be too overwhelming. There'll be saturation. We're actually having a record month of downloads in November. So I'm really proud of all of our listeners that are listening every single day to each of the challenges and sticking with Tourpreneur. And they would also be pleased to know that we're going to take the first week of December off and we'll come back on the 8th of December and we'll be back to our weekly shows. So you can relax a little bit as we head in towards the end of the year. Thank you very much, Kyla. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks for listening to the Tourpreneur podcast. Be sure to visit tourpreneur.com to join the conversation and access the show notes, including links to the resources mentioned on today's episode. This is Tourpreneur.